So here are three lies that almost every depersonalization realization sufferer believes. I know this because I suffered with DPDR 2 years 24/7 and 5 years off and on. I believed all three of these lies, and it really held me back in my recovery. But I've also spent the last 7 years working with thousands of DPDR sufferers, and this is very, very common for people to believe these lies. So let's replace them with the truth. Number one, this belief that nobody has the symptoms as bad as I do. There's something in your brain that is telling you that even though you look online or maybe even know some people in your personal life that are going through DPDR or have gone through DPDR, they can't be experiencing the symptoms as severe as your symptoms. But what I will tell you is while there definitely is a variation in intensity of symptoms, I did experience that whenever I was going through them, and my clients definitely experienced that. Even the baseline level of DPDR, like let's say like the minimal intensity, is still absolutely terrifying. I'm going to use maybe an extreme example, but let's say that it's the difference between being thrown into an alligator pit where there's 50 alligators versus 5, right? Like even 5 alligators ripping you apart is still extremely severe. Is it less severe than 50 alligators? Sure, but it's debilitating no matter what, right? And you may think that that's extreme, but if you've experienced DPDR, like they literally feel like death, and technically your brain believes that you're dying, which is why the symptoms are there. You've reached a state of traumatic stress, and your brain is actually preparing you to be eaten by a lion and trying to make your death by a lion as numb and painless as possible. Doesn't mean that you're dying, but it means that your brain thinks that you are. That's why the symptoms are so severe, because they are designed to dissociate or separate you from the pain of literally being eaten by a lion. Anyway, the second fear, or the second lie rather, is the belief that the symptoms are permanent. I will tell you that there is a lot of work that needs to be done, especially with the body. Your body is overwhelmed with tension, adrenaline, emotion, and fatigue. And we need to release those things. And we also need to make sure that your lifestyle is conducive for rest and relaxation, because a lot of people's lifestyles are designed in such a way that they're just driving their body into the ground. You're not a machine. You have to be careful with that. But if you will get your body in a much better place, release the tension, adrenaline, emotion, from your body, if you'll face your triggers, if you also get proper co-regulation, working with somebody that communicates safety and builds hope in you, as well as get the right information, believe it or not, because there's a lot of fear that comes in because of misinformation. You can beat these symptoms. They're not permanent if we deal with the root. The third thing is the belief that you're the exception to being able to recover. Everybody that I've ever helped fully recover believe that. It is not true.